Hey everybody, welcome to very special kind of video. I don't make this kind of video. I didn't do this at all. This channel was kind of a gaming channel, and most of my videos are me playing some games and talking about it. But this is a special kind of videos. Want to do a tier list. Maybe seems to see that people like this kind of videos. People like lists. People like ranking stuff in the games. So I thought I would do something like this myself and give away my input. This is an FTL tier list of the races in FTL. Core races that you have. You have 8 races. So this was made by Spearmint 326. I didn't make this. I did make the description of every rank: S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, and D tier. So S tier is a must-have in every run and asset to a run. That's kind of race, crew member race that you would almost always want to have in your ship, at least one. And it's an asset. It's very nice to your team and your place time and your a very positive change on the run. It can make or break the run. A tier is a very good addition to the crew, and would love to see it. You always, when you get the chance to add this kind of race to your ship, you always would like to see it and have a very positive input. B tier isn't the first option, but would not turn down if I have a small crew. So it's a kind of mediocre, and if you need more crew, you wouldn't you would not turn down crew, but it isn't the first choice, and it's kind of mediocre, middle of the way. Human. Okay, and C tier is kind of bad and have a bad influence on the run, and D tier god awful. It's better to not add him to the crew. Okay, so let's start. Let's do this. I will give you my input. So this is the crystal rock. This is a very unique race. You don't encounter it quite enough. This is the crystal. There is a rock and there's a crystal. It's a unique variant. So what these guys have, it's have a little bit more HP, not as much as the crew member, but Rockman crew member, but have quite a nice addition to the HP, like 125 hit points, so more than humans and most of the races, but no more than a rock member. It's move faster than a rock, but slower than any of the other races. And what's unique about this race, it has a special ability, so we can crystallize a room and prevent any crew members to walking in and or going out. So it's very nice and niche and unique that you can board an enemy ship with a crystal crew member, and use this ability, and you can lock with inside the room. You can lock all the enemies inside the room. They cannot run away, or you can go inside the room, lock it down, destroy the system, and lock every crew to defend it and try to defend this. So this is a very unique, but I wouldn't put it in S tier. I tell you why, because of its rarity. It's not always, you rarely see these guys. You see him like 1 in 100, 1 in 200 runs. It's very, very rare. So just because of its rarity, I put it in A tier, not S tier, because S tier you would like to have in any run. but Crystal, you rarely see them. So it's a solid A tier because it's good all around, good hit points, good ability, not bad at anything. You know, very nice, and you would like to see it, but not S tier because of its rare it's rare finding. You cannot find this quite often. That's my take on it. Okay, Engie. Engie is an S tier. Okay, Engies have regular 100 hit points. They are very good at repairing systems. They walk in like a human, I think, in terms of speed. And what's special about them? You can fix twice as fast systems. It's very useful, and you almost always want at least one Engie on your ship at any run, because if your enemy ships fire rapidly over to your cloaking system and weapon system, you want to fix it quickly and turn back to the fight. And it's very useful to have an Engie crew member. If you don't have it, if you have like a ship of Mantis is the quite opposite. You are very much screwed, and it's a must-have. Engie is a must-have in every run, and its power is of this race is accumulated as much as you have it in your ship. If you have a ship of Engies, it's very bad for boarding. They do very little damage in a fight. I won't send him to board the enemy ship, but it's have regular hit points, move quite regular fast, like a human, and the repair factor is very good, very good, very must have. If you have like a ship of couple of humans, a Mantis, and two Engies, the number of Engies is like you need to repair faster, and you have a lot of shield damage. The enemy shot your shield, tack, and you take a lot of damage. You want to fix him quickly and not take any more damage, so you send the two Engies to the shield system, and they repair very quickly. Back to the fight. This is so much. And every other word is. I don't need to say anything more, I think. Okay, S tier. Human. Human is the definition of B tier. Because it's not very. That's the point. Human is not interesting. It's regular stats, regular fighting, regular repair, regular speed, regular hit points, average across the board. What is unique about humans is the ability to gain more experience points, so they can master systems a lot faster. Like if you have human in the piloting system or engine or weapon system, they gain experience a lot more faster, and you can have master evasion with the engines and piloting a lot more quicker. That's the only thing they got, and they don't suck usually, but usually not so interesting. It's B tier. Human is basically the definition of B tier. Because you don't, it's okay, but it's not interesting and it's kind of boring. But it's a crew member. It's nice. It's nice to have them, but not too much. Also, I forgot to mention the Engie has a lot of blue events. There's a virus event. You can send the Engie crew member to deal with it. There is a riot event. You can send the Engie to calm them down. There's a lot of blue events with the Engies. That's also why they're S tier. Humans, there's a couple of blue events, but not so. It's so rare to have a human blue event, but it happens, and it's okay across the board. Okay, Lanios. Okay, I have a different take about this. They're kind of good. They have 100 hit points, I think. They move kind of slowly. What's unique about them is they suck out whichever room they are in your ship, they suck out the oxygen from the room, and they don't need oxygen to survive. So it's very interesting. I like this aspect of the game. I like they have this kind of race, but honestly, it's most of the time kind of bad. And if you have a Lanius in your system and the enemy in your weapon system or engine system, and the enemy shoot lasers on the engine when the Lanius is in, you can it's starting to repair it. It's not so good at repairing, but you cannot send other crew members to help him heal or fight because they will die out of lack of oxygen. So it's kind of detrimental to what you're doing here, and it's kind of bad, but it's interesting because you can do so many different aspects of the game. You can board with a Lanius and kill them a lot faster. If you do all ship with Lanius, you can suck the oxygen of all the ship, and every time they board you, they completely die in a couple of minutes because you can they suffocate very quickly. But it's very niche, and most of the time you want more variety of races. You don't want only the Lanius. It's open a bit of I like them, but it's kind of bad. It's kind of bad. They have a bad influence. You have a Lanius in the room, you want to repair it, you cannot send another crew member to help if it's not Lanius, because he will die. So that's kind of bad. Sorry. I know that will piss off a lot of people, but that's my take about it. I like them. They're not bad. But sometimes they kinda are. They kinda are. Okay. Oh, Mantis. Okay, let me think about it. Lantis is maybe A or B. I don't. Mantis is not an S tier. I think Mantis is an A tier. Because it's very good addition for fights where they're boarding your ship, and when you want to do a boarding playthrough and you board other ships, but they have so little repair experience. And if you have a ship of Mantises and how do you say it? You have a ship of Mantis and you need to repair your systems when you get a hit. It's very tedious and very hard. And what they do have, it's a very good fighting skills. They do double damage and they move very fastly, so you can move around the ship, man. I really like the mobility, so you can send them here, tack, they go here, man this, repair this, but they repair very slowly and they attack very fast. I like him. I like to have. It's a very good addition to the crew. We'd love to see him. I really like to see Mantis, and whenever you have a lot of Mantis in your ship, it's really make you want to install a teleporting system in your ship and try to board, because you get more rewards if you kill all the crew members of the enemy ship instead of destroying the ship. So I think it's an A tier. Mantis is an A tier. Yeah. It's not B tier. Mantis is not B tier. It's very good, but it's have its drawbacks, but you would like to see a couple of them, or maybe 3 of them or 4 of them in a run, so you can send boarding squads and kill all the enemies. It's a very nice strategy. I like him a lot. Okay, Rock. Rock is kinda high B tier because it's very niche. They have a huge drawback. They have a lot of hit points, 150 hit points. They move very slowly. Instead of Mantis moves so fast. The Rock crew member, you move so much slow, it's detrimental to your success, but you need to play carefully. They're also immune to fire. So what I like about him, you can put him in a central position of your ship, and you need to place him where he can move and get to everywhere he needs to go, and not move every time to the end of the ship, forth and back, and heal. And this it take a long time to heal them anyway. But what you can do with Rock, you can put him in the system where if you get fire damage and fire on the system, you can leave it and you will not take damage. That's good. You have a lot of hit points, so you can send them to fight Boardin. You can send. I really like to board with Mantis and Rock together, because they have a very nice. Rock it's like a sponge for damage. You can give not do a lot of damage, but can take a lot of damage. And Mantis do a lot of damage, but can take less than a Rock. So what you can do, you can send 2 Mantis in a Rock, 3 Mantis in a Rock, 2 Rock and 2 Mantis. You can play with it, and you can micromanage your fighting skills in the enemy ship. And it's very good when a regular boarding crew teleports on your ship and you have a Rock, because they have most of the enemies they can take in a fight, because they have just because they have a lot of hit points. But if the enemy is very good at fighting, then they're in trouble, because they move very slowly, and until you make them get them in the med bay, it takes a very long time to heal them. And what is truly makes them a bit here, it's because of the movement speed. It's very huge drawback, but I like them. It's not my first option, but I wouldn't turn down a Rock crew member. It's very nice, and very you can do very nice things. They have a lot of blue events also, but it's not A tier. It's not A tier. Okay. Oh, I like them. Slug. Okay. This is very interesting. Most people would probably fight for me. Will start a lot of conversation and fight me about it, but I don't care. Slug is an A tier. I don't care what you say. And I really like slugs. Okay, so let's talk about the stats. I have 100 hit points. They have very usual stats. They have like a human like speed, human like HP. What is unique about Slug? They can sense life forms on enemy ships, and they can sense the adjacent rooms in your ship. So if you have a central room in the ship, you can sense all the rooms that are adjacent to him. If on your Slug, if you don't have sensors, you can sense him. So when people board in on your ship, you can see where they are and what kind of race they are. And that's a lot of blue events for this. They're also immune to mind control, so that's good. But what is very good about slugs, if you have only one slug in your crew, you can immediately target the enemy crew members and try to kill them with like high damage weapons, beams or something. You can target specifically the enemy crew, and you can see what kind of race there are, so you can play to that advantage. I really like it. You don't have in Nebulas, when you cannot see your ship, you can place him in a very central position and kind of get a hang of it. If you have a fire over here, or if you have a boarding crew over here, what's going on. And I really like that you have a lot of blue events. What is kind of not good about them, they're not bad. I really like them. I like in addition to all what they have, I really like the design of this, like a huge snail. It's very funny to me to think about a snail-like being trying to man the piloting system or manage a weapon system. It's like, imagine a snail, a human-sized snail, trying to manage a weapon system. It's like it's funny cell to think about it. It's just so funny to me. It reminds me a lot of Kilo. It's very nice. I really like their design. I really like their unique ability. You need one slug in your crew, and you will really love to have one slug. It's open up in Nebulas. It's very good. It's very good when you don't have sensors or when you want to target enemy minions. It's very nice. Immunity to mind control is nice, but it's not the best thing about them. But what it's not so good about them, if you have multiple slugs, their ability is not cumulative. It's not like NG. When you have a lot, you have more bonuses. You don't have a lot more sense life forms when you have more slugs. But I really like their design and unique abilities, and I would every time I see a slug and I don't have one, I would love to have it. But if I have, I just need one slug. I don't need more than one. So that's why it's low A tier, but it's very good, and I always like to see it. You can fight me in the comments about it. That's my hot take. I really like slugs. Really like the ships. Really like the function in nebulas. There's one addition. There's one good thing about multiple slugs. If you have a huge ship and you have a lot of slugs, it's not good for the sensing life forms. It's good for if you have a ship of only slugs, they cannot mind control you. So that's huge advantage, but most ships don't have mind control. But it is good, you have a lot of blue events, and you can, in nebulas, where there's a lot of nebulas, and sometimes you have a lot of sectors of nebulas, you can have a huge ship, you can place them in certain points in the ship, and you can see most of the ship, you get a sense of it because they can sense the adjacent rooms. So that's one thing good about multiple slugs, but not that good. Okay, so we say this about the D tier. Not a single race is in D tier. Every single race has its use, and even the Lanius, which kind of bad sometimes, I really like. So this tier is kind of just to say that every race in FTL has its uses, and you would wouldn't turn down a Lanius even if because you need crew, but just you need to play differently, and it can be some kind of bad. But no race is D tier, and Zoltan is an S tier. Now Zoltan NG is more usual than Zoltan, but I will say this: it's very, very good. Zoltan has very little HP, has 70 HP, the lowest of all the races. It has the ability to, when he dies, he explodes like a psionic bio blast, explode and damage everything in the room. So that's kind of bad when you get boarded by 4 Zoltan crew members. Zoltan shields, it's not part of the Zoltan race, it's part of the ship, so I won't include this in my calculation. But what I think is, what's the most powerful thing about Zoltans is the addition to reactor power, the additional energy you get. So what you can do is very, very, very good. You have a lot of ship, and it's very cumulative. Maybe Zoltan is a high tier than NG, because you don't need always. Zoltan is high tier, I think. IS tier, maybe NG, I don't know. Zoltan is very good. Probably is, the sharing this S tier proudly. You can have a ship of a lot of Zoltan. You don't need to have a lot of core reactor, power reactor. But if you have a system with a Zoltan, it's power up 1 power. So if you have a weapon of 2 powers, and you have 2 Zoltan in the weapons, it's power automatically, just because they are in this room. The power 2 power 2 power reactor on the weapons you have in your first slot, and even if the system take no, how do I say that? Ion damage. The weapon is safe because it powered up by the Zoltan. So that's a huge buff. Huge buff. I really like them. And it's very good when you don't have enough reactor power and you buy a Zoltan, like, and place him in in the engines is very good, in the weapon is very good, in the shields is very good, because it's like safety bars that's always on, and you get to remove power from somewhere else that you need and get it where you can play with it. So you can where you can play where you put the things. And I really like Zoltans. If you have a ship full of Zoltans, you're very bad for boarding other ships and get boarded. But you can, there's a different, you can do something with it, something very interesting. If you have a clone bay, not med bay, clone bay, you can let them die with a loss of experience, but you can let them die. So you can send a squad of 4 Zoltans to the enemy ship. You have a clone bay, a very high level clone bay, and you get sent 4th level Zoltan like a suicide squad. And they get to the ship, tac, 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 they die very quickly, boom! They blow up and did a huge amount of damage, and then they get revived in your ship, so you don't need to send them back with the teleporter. Let them all die, and they kill everybody in the ship very fast. And you get to, that's very nice, interesting strategies that you can do, and that's one thing you can do with the blow up ability. The drawbacks is that they're very low HP, but they can be good in a fight. But you need to be very careful not to die when you're not to die with Zoltan when you have low other crew members, because they will explode with him. But I really like Zoltans, and it's very, very huge advantage to have multiple of Zoltans and NG. That's why they're S tier. And that's my ranking. Tell me what you think about it in the comments. Share your thoughts about this. In the close future, I would like to upload more videos like this. I really like this kind of videos, and instead of me playing the game and talking when I play the game, you can actually see my way of thought about the races and the options and the weapons. I want to do this kind of ranking with other games that I play, like KOTOR and Into the Breach and Hollow Knight and something like that. I will try to do some ranking videos. Something new that I would like to try right now. Tell me in the comments. Discuss about it. What do you think about this ranking? What do you place the Lanius? If you have a different opinion, I would like to discuss about it civilly and in good spirit. Tell me what you think about it. Let's save. Call it FTL race crew FTL crew races ranked. Okay, I got this saved. Very nice. Okay, that's my ranking. Wait a minute. Oops, what am I doing? Oh, no. Wait a minute. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, that's my ranking. S, A, B, C, and D. Okay. Now, oops. How do I get back here? How do I get to my playlist? My account. Okay, I got this one. Very nice. Okay, that's my ranking of the races. I will do another FTL ranking of the ships and different things that you can rank, and maybe Hollow Knight and KOTOR and Neverwinter and things that I would like to do and talk about besides playing the game. That's kind of meta thinking that I would really like to do. Slug is one of my favorite races, and it's not rank S because I notice the weaknesses and they're not that great, but I really like them because of their design and unique abilities and what you can do with them. That's why I rank him quite high. I know a lot of people will rank slugs in the C tier or something like that, but I personally really like their design and the thought of human-sized slug scrunching with a computer system and powering up. Think about it. It's so funny. It's so funny. You have a lot of blue events with them. There's a lot of things you can do with them. It's ranked low tier A, but very good, I think. At least one you want in your runs. Human is low B tier. That's okay. Mantis. I think that's okay. I think that's very nice. Maybe switch the places between the NG and the Zoltan. But okay, tell me what you think in the comments. If you enjoy this, leave a like, share, subscribe, all the things that you do. Thank you very much for watching. See you in later episodes. Thank you very much. Bye bye.